Hey, how's it going? Well,
I'm good. How are you, Figsy?
yeah, really good. Welcome to the PlayStation Collectors Podcast, episode number 10. We made it to 10 episodes.
10. I never thought it'd happen. I thought one of us would have been dead by now, but thank God we're here. We're safe. We're alive.
Sorry for the delay, everyone. We had some technical difficulties starting. As you guys know, it's pretty difficult getting someone from Australia, America, and Europe on at the same time with time zones and everything, but we've managed it. And with that said, today's special guest is Tristan from the PlayStation 3 Collectors Group. I've known Tristan as a collector for 3 or 4 years. He's working on a complete PS3 set. He goes pretty crazy with PAL variants, slipcovers, steelbooks, collector's editions, as well as helping people out in the community. So please welcome Tristan to the podcast, guys.
Hey guys.
Hey,
Welcome,
Tristan.
So
How's it
Tristan.
going?
yeah, I'm doing pretty fine. It's a little bit the early days for me here in the Netherlands, but thank you for having me on. I feel honored.
Oh,
No,
thanks.
thanks for coming on.
We love
And
to have
it
you.
is early in the morning for you, so yeah, we do really appreciate you being able to make it. And then it's really late at night for Will, so it's one of those things.
I took a nap. So I'm pretty good. I took a nap. I had a big cup of coffee, and I'm up. I'll be up until the sun comes up, so I'll be here for the long run.
What time is it where you're at, Will?
It's 11:12 p.m. Almost midnight. I'm usually an early morning guy, but if I take a nap, I'll be fine.
Oh, okay.
What 8? You're at 8. It's 8 a.m. where you're at, Tristan,
Yeah, 8 a.m. Yeah.
and that's early.
Oh, that's very early for me. I'm not an early bird, to say the least. No.
If in case anybody's wondering why we got 4 boxes, Tristan, remember the technical. This is a solution to the technical difficulties. One, the
Yeah.
audio is coming from Tristan's phone. His face is coming to us live from his computer. So, yeah, just look here, or there. Just ignore that down there.
But it is nice to know that this works for the future. If you do have a camera and you don't have a microphone, you can use your phone and vice versa. So there's definitely lots of ways. So we can get lots of people on here. Feel free to reach out to me or Will. If you are a PlayStation collector and you want to come on and talk about all things PlayStation collecting,
This is the place to do it. We can get 10 people up in this motherfucker if we have to, right?
yeah, I think so.
Oh, hell yeah.
And with that, guys, we are now on Spotify, so you can download the entire PlayStation Collectors podcast ad-free over on Spotify. This episode will be up a couple of hours after the show.
I pity the poor bastard who listens to me on the way to work. But anyway, tell us, Tristan. Tell us about yourself. Tell us your what are your collecting stats? Where are we at? What are we doing? What are we chasing?
My stats. So my current, my current status, so to say.
Yeah.
Stats is an inside joke, I would say.
Well, the funny thing is, I don't even have a full PAL set yet. That's a thing that I will complete just slowly down the line. There are only a couple of heavy hitters still left, so I think that will be fine. But well, yeah. I counted them like a couple of months ago, and it was around 1,600 games for PS3 alone. And right now, I think it's close to 1,800, maybe a little bit over that, but let's just say 1,800 approximately. And it's just I love the variant hunt, so I really admire Ricky Andre's dedication to that as well.
I was about to say you're like the PAL equivalent to Ricky Andre.
So basically, you're insane, is what he's trying to say.
I like to think when I was collecting for the PS3 3-4 years ago that I'd seen everything, and then Tristan seems to once a week or once a month send me a photo of a game that I've never seen before or a variant that I've just never seen, and it's like it never ends.
Yeah, it really never ends. It's a thing that it's a conclusion I've come to like a couple months back. It never ends. There is no ending. You just keep on discovering things, and yeah, it's crazy.
So
It's crazy.
so on this 1800 count, how many of those games are individual titles as opposed to, variants?
Oh, that's a very good question, actually. I would say right around. Mm, it's a wild guess, but I think around 900, maybe a little bit more,
Holy
between the
shit.
900 and 1,000.
How
And
many
then you have to,
I'm sorry. How many are in the PAL set? Individual games.
That's
close to
about
1,200, I think.
1250 or something, 1150, 1250.
Yeah, 1160, something like that, I think.
It depends on how you count it, because you can count SingStar and Buzz games, and it's 100 more than someone who doesn't.
Mm.
Yeah, you guys chasing those Buzz games and SingStars from the individual countries. It's just nuts.
That leads to the question: are you going for the SingStar and Buzz set, Tristan?
Yes, I am, but I have to be honest, I'm a little bit slack with those sets, as I, weirdly enough, don't really enjoy them as much as other things.
And that's understandable. They're not exciting games at all. And for me, it wasn't even exciting until I was near the end, and you could start to see, all right, this is almost complete. And
yeah, exactly. And right now it's like a slow build up and a slow process, and it's basically the same with like platinum and essentials. Like you start off slowly and you don't really get motivated until you potentially get to the last couple of ones, and then you're like, okay, let's get this over with. And then
I'd stopped my platinum and essentials because I got bored.
yeah.
And I got to the point where every game wasn't $10 anymore. I had to go on eBay and buy it. And I just said to myself, I've got no desire to buy platinum and essential games for $20-$30 each. So that's why I sold that collection. Tristan, on your collection, how long have you been collecting for?
I started collecting right around the end of 2019. It's pretty funny story, actually. I think a couple years before that, around 2014, I think ish. I was only 13 years old right then, but I had a weird fascination for original Xbox, of all things. And then at the end of 2019, I came across a video of Metal Jesus, and it was like the Metal Jesus effect.
Oh yeah! Oh my god!
And,
everyone has it.
Here we go again. Here we go again.
His reach is long.
Influence is big though.
And then it was a video of like rare and collectible original Xbox games, and there was a game in there, Outrun 2006, Coast to Coast. I don't know if you guys know about
Yeah,
it.
I'm familiar with that run. Yeah.
And for some reason, on the original Xbox, it's a very, very desirable and rare game. And yeah, I just thought like, oh, that's pretty cool. I will just go on a secondhand site and just have a look. And like within a couple minutes, I found a big lot with Outrun, and it was very cheap and pretty close by in my area. So yeah, I jumped on it, and since then it basically spiraled into madness.
How are you still? You still got a big Xbox set?
Not yeah. How do you define big?
Well, I mean, I mean, I don't know. Were you going for full set or you just?
Well, back then, I was just starting out, so I didn't even know what a full set was or anything. I was just like, just collect as many as possible, right? But no, never really, dedicated to a full set, because after like maybe not even half a year, I made the switch to PS3.
What's on the short list for PS3? What are the big hitters? What are you still looking for?
Ooh, that's a very good question. What is a game I'm really looking for? The Australian 3D collection.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
that one
I know.
hurts.
I know someone who can hook you up.
Oh, really? Do I
Yeah.
have to sell my kidney?
That's that guy.
I'm trying, but the last copy that I seen sold
And
on
even
eBay
then,
for like $500.
Oh, we lost audio on you, Tristan. He's just talking. Can you hear him, Pixie?
No, I can't hear him.
Tristan, I don't think you can hear me either.
We can't hear
Tristan,
you.
can't hear you. Did your phone time out? Oh, these are the joys of working live.
And while we are experiencing technical difficulties, we'll say hello to everyone.
Yes.
So thanks for joining us, especially to everyone that came in early. So AJ, Chaos, David, Turner, Yols, Banfi, Lexite. Sorry if I said your name wrong. Robert, thanks for all coming early, guys. We really appreciate that and staying.
He says he sends a message, says his phone died. And that's where his audio is coming from. So yeah.
All right, so we'll just keep it going for a minute. So Chaos is saying limited run games finally shipped Shantae and the Pirate Curse for PS5. I got that shipping notification too, as well as the slipcover. So I almost forgot about it. Like that was ordered last year or something. That's ridiculous.
Do you think it's gonna get as heavy as the PS4 or the Switch version?
No.
Okay.
Not at all.
The short
Just
answer.
it was released differently. You know, it wasn't a low print. It was a it was a open pre-order. You know. I also found the Elden Ring Collector's Edition for PS5 today as well. Damn. You posted that on the Discord, right, Chaos? I'm pretty sure I seen that post. And I liked it because it was amazing. Robert was saying, hey, Fixie, did you get my message on Facebook? I'll check that after the Discord, Robert. Sorry, man. Messages on Facebook are annoying when it's like on a page because you've got to like switch between your account and the page and it doesn't tell you when you've got a message. So I just do it like once a day. AJ was saying, do you have to show your face on the podcast? I guess as long as we've got audio, that's all we really need.
I think I'm back.
There we go.
Welcome back.
Excuse me.
No, you're right.
So
is
this AJ throwing his hat in the ring? Does he want to come on the show?
I'm sure he does. AJ's your number one. You're AJ's number one fan, right? Well.
Oh yes, well yeah. He's my ride or die. He's my.
Well, I know what we'll be talking about that podcast.
He's the Hutch to my Starsky. I want him on. Shit, yeah. Hit me up. Hit Pixie up. Get on the show. And this is the awkward silence that I love so much here. Let me go to my list of bullshit to talk about. Oh, hold on. Hey, do you guys eat when you guys play video games?
Depends. I mean, yeah, you've seen me stream. Like 90% of my streams are me eating.
I saw this hack, and it's. Do you guys use chopsticks? Use chopsticks to eat greasy foods while playing video games. It saves you the Cheeto fingers. That's just
even like chips. That's not a bad idea.
At this oh, by the way, Pixie, did I tell you we got a sponsor for this evening's show?
You were saying.
Oh,
Tell us about this sponsor.
I gotta read this. Hold on, let me pull it up here. The sponsor for this evening's show is wait, where is it? There we are. Chester's Adult Emporium Buy Sell Trade. And I'm required to read this as per the contract. Chester's Adult Emporium, buy, sell, trade. Your one-stop shop for the finest in secondhand adult books, video games, and toys. That's Chester's Adult Emporium, buy, sell, trade on the corner of Deer Valley Road and Van Buren next to the abandoned McDonald's. And remember what Chester says, it's not abused, it's gently used. Chester's Adult Emporium, buy, sell, trade. So, we each got $20 free credit at that store. So if you ever want to hit it up, let me know. I'll do the shopping for you. But anyway, that's my bit for the evening. I can't, we need a laugh track on this because I can't tell if that joke landed or not. But I don't know.
I'm trying to hide it.
To me, secondhand dildos are funny. But anyway, moving on.
So Tristan, have you picked any games up lately?
Well, yeah, I have actually. Yesterday, I picked up some games at the post office. I sent you like a picture of the Peggy 16 Heavy Rain edition from France.
Yeah. Not the move edition. It was something.
Yeah,
else.
it was the edition modifié. So like a modified edition, translated literally. And it has cut content from it to make it Peggy 16. So I didn't even know about it. So shout out to Antoine for letting me know. He's from France. So
what are the levels of Peggy? Because we go 18. We got everybody, and then they just jump straight up to mature. What are the levels over there in PAL?
We have like 3, Peggy 3, 7, 12, 16, and 18. So
and then in Australia it's different again. It's like 15, 18. I don't even know what the other ones are. Just G and PG.
Is it just does it jump from everybody to straight up mature here? I can't remember. I don't know. I gotta pay attention. Usually when I make my my fun little game covers, everything's mature or adults only. But
I'm familiar with them all because of eBay, and you've got like the drop down boxes, and you've got to select what your rating is. Well, we got a few more people in chat. So good afternoon, Hattie.
Hattie, what's up, man?
Good afternoon, TJ. What's up, TJ? TJ will be on the podcast next Friday, guys. So be sure to check out that one.
So he is locked in.
100%.
All right, cool.
Lock it in, Eddie. We've got Turner. Turner was saying those Shakedown Hawaii PS3 games came fast, 11 months earlier than your typical limited run offerings. And I think this company really needs to be like, everyone's got to come out and say like how good of a thing this company's doing. They're making a low print game, but they've already got copies in hand and they're shipping it out a week after you buy it. No one's doing that. Not even Play Asia.
I wish they would give us a number. Is it a small print run? What is a small print run? I mean, 10,000 is that a small print run? 50,000, 100,000?
I thought they announced it was 2,500 copies of each.
Oh, really? They did. Then I missed that. Yeah,
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that as well somewhere. 2,500. Yeah.
I would say that's a small print run. We'll see if we get the second print run. Who knows?
Well, that's interesting because going off, if they already had copies in hand, they might already have copies of hand of the reprint or variant copy. Well, that would suggest that, but who knows? You don't know. They might be waiting to see if it sells well, and then they're hitting sign up with that print button.
I wonder how many. Because last I checked was last week. They still had some left.
Is that your battery, Tristan?
Yeah. That was my phone. Some messages. I checked yesterday by chance, and it's still up for grabs. So if anybody's watching and wants it, so.
My copies have been shipped. I know Ben, who was on the podcast last Friday, he's already got his copies. A lot of collectors have been posting their copies on the group. A lot of people are opening them up to play. So it's actually really cool seeing people in the PS3 group going, "Look, I got new PS3 games."
Mm-hmm.
A friend of mine, Jamie Parks, he's losing his mind because his hasn't shown up yet, and this guy is just sitting on top of his tracking. He says he's gonna ignore it and leave it alone, but no, everybody who knows him and knows him, he's refreshing that shit twice an hour.
He's over in the UK, right?
Yeah, he's a UK guy. We'll get him on
Okay.
here eventually, as soon as he gets his setup done.
So Banfi was saying, have you tried Steel Rising for the PS5? I haven't tried Steel Rising. Have either of you guys? I haven't even heard of it. I think I can picture the cover art, but I haven't heard about gameplay of it or anything.
Not familiar.
Not me either. But I have to be honest, I don't really game all that often anymore. Wait, I will have to close the curtains 1 second.
You're right, Tristan.
No, I'm still waiting for the Slim to drop until I get a PS5.
So we got PS Commander in here. What's up, PS Commander? If you guys haven't already checked out PS Commander's channel, be sure to check that out. He's got what I believe to be the biggest PS4 collection in the world. And just on PS Commander, he's actually coming to Australia soon, and we will be meeting in person. So, yeah, I'll be doing content with PS Commander for you guys, so be sure to check that out. He might even get on a podcast where he sits next to me and we talk with you, Will. So that should be really cool.
Yeah, I watched PS Commander. I think the last video, he has a big pile of PS Vita games, but yeah, his collection's rather obscene. I enjoy it very much.
Chaos was saying, yeah, I did see that post, Chaos. You actually picked up some amazing games. If you guys haven't, definitely check out Chaos's pickup over in the Discord. And if you do want to share your pickups, guys, over in the Discord channel, feel free to share your weekly pickups. Yeah, there's plenty of collectors over there.
Tristan, do you have a PS4 or PS5, or is you just PS3 straight ahead?
I don't have a PS4 or PS5, but I do have relatively small PS4 collection, but some nice titles in there nonetheless. So, but PS5, I don't even have games for it or a console. No.
I had a PS5 game once, but I traded it in immediately. I don't have a PS5 either. I'm holding out, but I think it's gonna be worth it to get it just for the PS4 backwards compatibility. I mean, that's the only advantage I've seen, and of course I can finally play some games in 4K, and that's the only thing I really want about or from the PS5. Anyway,
yeah, well.
After I bought my PS5, I sold my PS4 Pro, and I got $350 for it. So in essence, it only cost me $350 to buy the PS5.
What's that in American dollars?
Like 200. Well, today like $190. But back then it was a bit more.
Oh man. Yeah, I think. I traded my I traded my vanilla PS4 in for PS4 Pro. My girlfriend and I did it at the same time, and it's weird. Whenever we do video games, we got to do it twice. So if she gets a new controller, I got to get a new controller. If she gets a new headset, I got to get a new headset. So it's gonna be a hit to the pocketbook when we finally do bust out and get a PS5.
Finding two of them for sale at once is going to be a task in itself.
Yeah. Well, no, actually, every other week I'm getting a freaking email from PlayStation. No, you're chosen or whatever. I don't know. Do you get these emails where they choose you to buy?
I didn't sign up for it. I don't know if it's a service over here, but I have heard of that service you're talking about.
Yeah.
So you sign up for like a group, like a list, and then they select you or something like that. Right?
No, I didn't sign up for anything. I mean, just being a member of just being a member of PSN, it just comes in. Yeah, you've been selected, and I don't know. It's just to me, it's a genius marketing strategy, make you feel special and whatnot. But no, yeah, they're if you want one now, you can find one, and you're not gonna have to pay a scalper for them. I mean, it'll take you may not find it in the first shop you go to, but you can find it if you look.
Yeah, if you look hard enough. But I also like on secondhand markets, because I browse through a lot of secondhand markets. You see a lot of sellers that are like active one day, and they have a PS5 for like 400 euros on there, and you immediately know it's a scam. So
so many scams.
Yeah, so many scams.
Unfortunately, it's the hot ticket right now, so
Mm.
you know scammers are going to go for those items. And
Yeah,
that's
and Christmas
what we're seeing.
Christmas is around the corner, so I don't. Yeah, we're gonna see a spike in the scams as well. Hopefully, nobody our audience is gonna get taken.
So Tristan, where can our viewers see more of you? Your social media, etc.
So my Instagram, it's a little bit inactive as of lately. It's PlayStation Central with a dot in the middle. Yeah, that's it. That's it. And for the rest, I don't really have like social media or anything. Like I'm active in the PS3 group, but aside from that, not really much else.
Oh, that's fair. So be sure to go and follow Tristan's Instagram, guys. Get him to make some more posts by giving him some more followers.
I'll give you a follow. Yeah, yeah, my Instagram is maybe once a month, maybe twice a month. I'll post something on there, but no, Facebook is my go-to, despite Figsy's displeasure.
It's just full of ads these days. I mean,
Dude, everything's full of ads, man.
ads.
Have you been on YouTube?
I use YouTube Premium, so I don't get ads.
Well, yeah, you see, YouTube Premium, they hooked me. They gave me YouTube Premium free for like 4 months or some bullshit. I was like, yeah, this is great. Yeah, this is great. And then it ended. I was like, oh my god, this shit sucks. But it is what it is. But I'm not gonna pay for YouTube. No, I'll just sit there and suffer quietly. I'll just keep backing out.
I don't use
How
any
much is that
streaming
actually?
services. Sorry, Tristan.
How much is that actually? The YouTube subscription? It's like 15 euros, right?
I
A
think
month?
it's $12 a month.
$12 a month?
Yeah, but for the amount of YouTube I watch, I think it's
Yeah,
worth it.
yeah. I can
Like
see that.
I use it when I'm working, watching, videos on how to improve what I'm doing. I don't want to sit there and watch ads. It's just a waste of time.
Yeah, if you see it like that, like the wasted time in total, like in a month time, then I think it's rather shocking the time lost from all of those ads.
Yeah, 100%.
Not me. I'll just back out. I'll wait until they offer they give me another freebie. I'm cheap like that. But that's just me.
I've got a question for you, Tristan from Chad. Where is Tristan from? So whereabouts you from, Tristan?
I'm from the Netherlands, and like the complete south of the Netherlands. It's called the Limburg. Close to like half an hour, no, a little bit less, like 20 minutes from Maastricht. I don't know if you guys ever heard of Maastricht.
No, never heard of it.
If it's not Rotterdam or Amsterdam, I don't think I've heard of it.
I thought something like that. Yeah, I thought something like that. No, but I'm like 2.5 hours away from Amsterdam, so it's and the Netherlands. It's not like the biggest country in the world, so you can kind of see.
Who borders you guys on the south?
Belgium.
Sorry?
Yeah, Belgium borders you on the south.
Yeah.
Yeah, Belgium and Germany. They're like both. Germany is like 10 minutes away from me by car, and Belgium like 5 minutes.
Oh man, yeah, you are in the south.
It's literally in the thinnest area of the Netherlands. So yeah, pretty cool.
What I did want to talk about, Tristan, is I like to think you are quite a unique collector in the sense that most collectors don't branch out and their collections are from what they find, from what they buy on eBay. I like to think as I've known you as a collector, you've always interacted with different people around the world. You've gotten lots of games from really cool countries, from doing trades with different people. And yeah, it's a unique trait that not many collectors have.
Yeah, I think that's like half the fun. Getting into contact with people from all around the world. Like off the top of my head, Brazil, like Australia, Malaysia, pretty much all of Europe, Russia. It's pretty crazy. Actually, it's pretty crazy. I actually also by pure chance I got into contact with somebody from South Africa.
Yep.
So that's also pretty yeah, a nice addition to the contacts list. So
I'm making a trade with someone in Pretoria at the moment, so yeah, it's a small world when you break down the core collecting community. And as you guys know, like I've done lots of trades with collectors being in the PS3 group, but it's cool to see people following in that and continuing to do trades in the PS3 scene, because like without that, there's no way to complete the SingStar set or the Buzz set unless you've got thousands of dollars.
No way, no way. Without contact, without a network, you can't have like all of these crazy editions, or as you say, buzz games or SingStars or whatever. No, it's you need to have like a reliable list of contacts.
I think that's the thing that makes the PAL and the NTSC PS3 set so different is the NTSC set. I mean, you've got Mexico and Canada, but apart from that, there aren't really many places that you need to know contacts to complete that set. Where the PAL set, there are exclusives in Germany, there's exclusives in the UK, there's exclusives in Australia, Italy have exclusives, Spain have exclusives. Like if you break it down, there's one or two exclusive games in the Netherlands, Belgium, Portugal. It's actually really, really crazy. And like just getting into it, if you're sitting there not talking to anyone, doing your own thing, keeping to yourself, you're gonna really struggle completing a PAL PS3 set. And it's so interesting.
There's a flip side to that. Someone from your group, I don't remember who it was, they contacted me and they wanted me to find a specific NTSC game for them. And I was like, all right, whatever, let's go. So I went and I searched and I found it on Amazon. I ordered it. It came in. It was the wrong goddamn game. It was a fucking pain in the ass. Leave me alone. Please don't message me. Thank you. I was being a dickhead over here. But no.
So well. Was like, don't message me for help.
No, but I ordered the damn game. It showed up, and it was the wrong game. Or the third party seller on Amazon. They didn't know. They had their head up their ass. They didn't know what they were doing when it came here, and I had to return. It was just a pain in my ass, money and time out of my pocket. But I'm kidding. If you need help, I'll help you. Maybe. No, actually, I'll just send you over to James. He likes to help people. Fuck that guy.
I love the honesty. Well,
but no, you guys are right. You guys, we don't hear. Ricky, he's reached out to South America to find new and exciting variants and whatnot. But no, beyond South America is as exotic as it gets for an NTSC collector looking to find something they can't find locally. But yeah,
it's
cheers.
like oh, sorry.
No, cheers.
But I think the Digitalis set, it's also NTSC, right? And I think it's from
the South American set.
Yes.
Yeah, from Argentina. I think it's originated from. That's I think probably one of the hardest subsets to complete. Even though it's only 5 games.
I haven't completed it yet.
It's crazy.
It's the Hitalas they're all just empty cases with codes. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you guys hear the story about my $200 purchase of a fake copy of a Digitalis game?
Yeah, with the stripped seal.
Yeah, so I bought and as many other collectors did, a Lost in the Rain from a seller on Instagram who got in contact with, I think it would have been like 6 or 7 different collectors in the community.
When you out of Spain?
What he done was he photocopied the game, reprinted them with the PAL seal. It wasn't even the proper one. The plastic was different. Showed us photos of the original one, sold it on PayPal. Originally, he was very, very, please pay me, friends and family, blah, blah, blah. But I offered to cover fees, only just met him. So he reluctantly agreed. And of course, when I got my copy, it was fake. So I contacted PayPal and got a full refund, as many other collectors did.
This is a Spaniard, right?
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, the guy was hoping nobody would open them, is what the thing was. But I mean,
I could feel the plastic wasn't a seal. Like,
Well,
problem is he's not selling games to normal people. People that want this game have full sets and know the PS3 inside and outside. It's hard to fool those people.
the PAL tear strip also was completely absent of. I mean, that's a big giveaway right there. Even I know about that bullshit.
And not just that, I was able to confer with other collectors who had bought that copy, and then we were able to send our evidence to PayPal together and get refunds. So
there you go.
it's good to see scammers getting done over.
PayPal friends are goods and services. Don't discount it.
I'm all for PayPal friends and family, but
with friends and family,
yeah, exactly.
It comes with experience and doing deals with people and getting reputations. There's plenty of people that I'm happy to vouch for, but you have to earn that.
Exactly. Really if you just get to know them like a couple days ago, then it's rather like no, I'm not going to just send you that money because it was like $200 you had to pay.
I think it was $250 Australian.
Yeah,
it wasn't cheap, like with postage and everything.
Yeah, no way. I wouldn't either.
So which Lost in the Rain?
It was Lost in the Rain. Yeah.
From where is a Chinese copy or
no? The Digitals copy.
Oh, okay. So you're still missing that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the rarest one in the set.
Good to know. I'll keep an eye on it.
Letting me know.
Because I'm in Arizona, and we're right butt up against Mexico, and digitales pop up here more often than you think. I see them quite often, but
I'll have to send you my list. I'm missing 3 still.
No, I'm good. Don't bother me, please. Thank you.
I will send you also a list. Will.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
Just on that, Will. Andy contacted me the other day, and he's like, "Hey, can you ask Will if he can get you and me copies of that Santa game?"
Jesus Christ, no! It's a rare and collectible game. It's not. They don't grow on trees. You don't find them everywhere. But
I recall last episode, you're like, "Here's a $5 shit game."
The game really does suck, but maybe it's rare. It's weird how the shit games are the ones that are going to be rare and collectible down the line. I keep using that tagline from that video we made. Well, you were in it too, weren't you, Tristan? Or was he not in it?
And which one?
Rare and collectible PS4 games, the last one?
Yeah, I was in it as well, yeah.
Yeah. And the majority of the games in there were fucking just
garbage. Yeah,
throw
garbage.
Throw away trash. And it's just it is what it is. We need a game to come out that's good. You know what I mean? That's good and it's rare and collectible. Those are few and far in between. But
but then I think you will get like the lollipop chainsaw effect with it, which is like it's not really rare or anything. It's just
desirable.
It's just desirable. And sorry.
Yeah, it's just desirable, and there's people out there with 6 copies because it's a rare game.
Yeah, it's not a rare game, but it just gets, because the demand gets high, and the supply is, it's not very rare, but still the price gets up and up and up, and then people get the impression it's a rare game when it's not.
Yeah, for example, good examples of that. PS2. Just think of PS2. Dragon Ball Budokai Tenkaichi 3.
Well, that got a platinum release. Yeah, so to get a platinum release, you've got to sell 1 million copies. So it sold 1 million copies. It's not rare.
Yeah, but it's still over $100 game. Same with Def Jam Fight for New York. Not a rare game, but it's still people want it. Speaking of,
if you compare like Lollipop Chains or Tristan to a game like Le Tour de France 2014. No one cares for that game, bar a few collectors, but that's generally a rare game. So there's probably a very, very limited amount of those on the market. It's interesting.
Well, it's funny you mentioned that because Tour de France games over where I live, they're not rare at all. I see them all the time. I see them all the time.
Probably
So,
the only part of the world where you actually do.
yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
not even
fun.
sure. Is there like a UK copy of it? Because I always see either the French or the Dutch French copy.
I can speak on behalf of the Australian versions being rare there.
Okay, yeah. Australian version, I can imagine it being very obscure. Yeah.
It's funny you guys bring up that lollipop chainsaw because when my girlfriend moved in, she had her own small collection of PS3 games, and my copy, she doesn't let me forget every day. It's her copy of Lollipop Chainsaw that's sitting on my shelf. So shout out to my girlfriend. I always mention her because she's downstairs listening as we speak. But
I'm
there's
going to
that.
find your post in the PS3 Ain't Dead group of, hey guys, check out my Lollipop Chainsaw, and be like, that's not yours.
I'll ban you in 2 minutes. Just keep it up, Figsy. It wouldn't be the first time I've kicked someone out of my group for petty reasons. All right. On this note, I'm gonna take a quick break. I gotta use the bathroom. Run downstairs, so I'll be right back. I'll be right back.
Yeah, you're
Good luck.
Yeah, I know where to find downstairs. I don't need much luck, but thanks, Tristan.
Yeah. No, but
Oh, sorry, you go, Tristan.
yeah, I remembered you asking for games that I were pickups I recently got, but there are a lot of packages still in the making. So, and I actually this coming week I am yet to receive two parcels, one from the UK and one from New Zealand from Samantha.
Interesting. I'm sure that'll be a very exciting package.
Yeah. It's with the Duke Nukem Forever King edition. I don't know if you know about that edition, but
I
it's
haven't
very
got
rare.
it. It's limited to $999. I've seen it for sale before, but it's just been within my price range.
Yeah, it's like the same way, the same format as like the Portal 2 Cube edition. So it's like 1600 copies, but it's divided by all the systems. So you have PC, 360, and PS3 then. So
it's hard to generally gauge how many copies there are. Really,
yeah, exactly. Like exact number, but you can just to get a rough estimate, just divide by 3, I guess. So
you'd think so, but I don't think they would have done it like that. I think they would have taken pre-orders and then every copy left over done PC copies or something like that.
yeah, that's actually possible. Yeah.
Because I see so many PC copies of that Portal 2 Cubed edition. You rarely ever see it on PS3 or the 360. You actually used to see it on 360 quite regularly, but not these days.
Oh, you actually saw it quite regularly on the PS3 back in the day.
No, on the 360. It used to be
on the 360.
$50 collector's edition. And I used to tell my 360 friends, hey guys, you should pick up this collector's edition because it's rare and expensive on the PS3.
Well, but I don't really know for sure, but with PC, especially as of like maybe 2008 or something like that, I think collecting for PC is massively going, downhill.
100%,
so that might also.
You still see a lot of it in the shops.
Okay. So yeah, maybe it's maybe it really is like that. It would be nice to have a conclusive answer, like how many 360 copies, how many PS3 copies are there. But, yeah.
I don't know, because like when you break it down, it's completely different companies that are actually going to be publishing it. Like Sony and Microsoft's warehouses who publish that aren't going to be contacting each other.
No,
So
no,
I'm
no,
sure
I don't.
that's how it would have went. Like it would have been a pre-order system, and then they send out to Sony, here, we've got 350 pre-orders of this, make them, and then they send out Xboxes one, and then they allocate the remaining to another system. They could have done it another way, but I'm just assuming that's how they done it.
Yeah, possibly, because I also heard, I don't know where I heard it, but in France they did that as well with pre-orders. They just collected pre-orders until like a deadline, and then it stopped, and that's the only amount they will produce, and that's it.
If you look at the Drakengard 3 collector's
Yeah,
edition from
yeah,
France,
exactly.
there's a
Yeah,
certain amount of French copies, and if you didn't pre-order it, say there was 150 pre-orders, there was only 150 made. Every single other copy, how many is it? There's 2,000. So let's just say there's 150 French copies. Every single other copy is UK. And that's how it happened,
And now French collectors go mad about it.
Yeah, the last copy sold for over €1,000.
Yeah, I actually saw one for sale this week. No, last week. It was also a sealed copy, and it was for €1,100. So
incredible.
Yeah. Crazy. I've never spent that much
in chat. So we got Silver in here. Silverland's over in Finland. So welcome. The Bulldog Project says, why the hell we never post a vote poll on the group on YouTube? I see like 15 plus a day. Funny you say that, Bulldog, because I've actually just started doing a poll over on Twitter. And it's actually something that's going to take a long time. So last night I gathered the full PAL PS3 set and I added all the NTSC exclusives, shuffled the list. It's about 1,300 games long, and every day I'm going to post 4 games on Twitter and ask people, what's the best PS3 game? And every game that wins, I'm putting it into a column of round 2, and I'm going to see what everyone's favorite PS3 game is. It's going to take about 2 years, but I think it's fun. A good idea. I'm doing it on Twitter because I don't want to repost on like multiple different platforms, and that was what I deemed the easiest to do polls on.
I caught that today. I put my vote in. I'm going to put my vote in late. Does the winner get anything at the end of the whole shebang?
I don't know. I think when we get down to like the final 16 or something, we can do something special with it. But yeah, for now, there's 1,300 games, a lot to get eliminated, a lot of shovelware in there. So if you aren't on Twitter, it's Figsy Games over on Twitter. Should have checked that out.
I don't mess with my Twitter that much. I'll be honest with you.
I don't even have a Twitter, so I cannot join the party, sadly.
No, you're right. I prefer using Twitter over like Facebook these days.
You know how I feel about that, but we're not going to go there.
But for what purpose? Just to like stay in contact with the community? Or...
See, I use Messenger to talk to people, but just general scrolling and stuff. I enjoy seeing things on Twitter rather than what I see on Facebook.
Okay. I've never owned Twitter, so I can't comment on it.
No, that's fair.
You're currently running a giveaway in your Discord, correct, Figsy?
Yeah, so we're about 30 subscribers away from 3,000 on YouTube. So to celebrate, I'm going to give away a game. And I haven't specified the game because I want to make the game specific for the winner. So I'll contact the winner, talk about their collection, and find a game that they don't have to send them, which I like the idea of that. But if you guys want to win, it's free to enter. It's over on my Discord channel. The link will be in the description below. And then all you got to do is go to the giveaway tab, answer one simple question. How many games are in my collection? And the person with the answer that's closest to that wins.
12. I'm not going to Discord. We're just going to do it right here. You can enter that 12.
Damn it, he got it, guys.
Oh, Jesus.
I think a little over 100.
I can see more than 12 in the photo.
I'm gonna send Andy over to your house, and he's 1, 2, 3.
Why do you say that? Because Andy entered and he wasn't even within 1,000, which I thought was funny.
Yeah, but he's got access to the Figsy layer. He can get in there and tally that shit up quick. I'm kidding, or maybe.
Chaos was saying, I just looked at my order for River City Girls 0, and the shipment date says TBD, and that order was put in February 1st this year. I also have the Castlevania Requiem in that order as well. Oh, that's disappointing.
Chaos is yeah, he's singing that anti LR. I think he's gonna turn over and quit ordering from them. I don't know.
It's funny. The more you buy from them, the more anti-limited run games you become.
No, but I'm waiting for the Play Asia release of River City Girls 1 and 2. That's what I'm gonna go out of the way and order out of the country for. I usually don't mess with Play Asia. I've ordered from them twice, I believe, and for coming from across the sea, they're pretty fast. But yeah, that's the one I'm waiting for is River City Girls 1 and 2. I had the PAX edition on PS4, but it came in and left my collection. A lot of games do, but I want it again.
I've actually had really good experiences with Play Asia. I would have ordered about 15 packages from them over the course of 8 or 9 years. And every single one comes with extras in the box, really fast shipping. You feel like what you're paying for is, you're getting that quality compared to a company like, as we said, Limited Run Games.
Limited Run Games.
I've never had a Play Asia order that doesn't arrive in a box, for one. You're buying an expensive video game when it arrives in a padded mailer. That's very annoying. It's all good getting a cheap game in one, but getting an expensive game in one, that's like, come on.
Yeah, I love the Play Asia. They sent it in a box and it came with a sticker. I don't know if you can see.
Yeah, I love it.
I didn't know what else to do with the damn thing, so I put it on my headset. But there you go. I love stickers.
That leads me to something I wanted to talk about on the podcast. So I had an experience this week at a game store, and I would call it a bad experience. I'm going to talk to you about that, but I wanted to talk about bad experiences at game stores and things that game stores do that you guys don't like. So I went to my local EB game store the other day, of course, and I found a copy of a game that I've been after for a long time. I'll show you guys. So I found the Australian PAL copy of Dot Hack GU Last Recode. This is an expensive game. It's rare. And EB Games had it for $48. So I was excited. However, the copy I picked up had a broken case. Like, the case was missing the plastic. It's a $48 game. I walked up to the counter and I asked if they could swap the case out. Of course, I got no, we can't do that.
Bullshit.
Like, come on. You've got $2 games sitting in the counter with fine cases, like, and it was the attitude too. I bought it because it's a rare game and I've got cases. I went to another retailer across the street, JB Hi-Fi, and I told them what the story. And as I said, I asked them to swap the case, and then I told them that they didn't do it. All the employees were like, like shocked. So it's just two completely different experiences from, two retailers. And so that leads on to the question. Have you guys had bad experiences in game stores? And if you have, let us know. And what don't you like in game stores that game stores do? So Tristan, you want to start?
Well, I don't really have like bad experiences with like with the people around there, but there was a time period where we have like a game franchise called Game Mania over here.
Yeah, I remember going to that when I was in the Netherlands.
Yeah. And they also have like a like a used game section, an aisle. And they used to, at least where I live, they used to put the stickers on the cover itself, so not on the
Oh,
case,
jeez.
but on the cover. Yeah, it was sick to my stomach still.
That's a sin. Yeah.
Yeah. Luckily,
It's
they came off pretty easily, but yeah, it was still, 3 minutes, really carefully getting the sticker off. So yeah. Oh
yeah.
well.
I will avoid or go especially to a store based on the stickers they keep on their games, because by heart this game from this sticker or from this store is it's it's major surgery, and this sticker from that store just comes right off.
Yeah,
But
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's also rare. Some stickers they just come off very easily, and some you don't even bother because it's not worth it.
yeah,
It's not worth it.
the person who comes up with like the something to figure this out for all video game stores is going to make $1 million if we could just real quick on and off without ruining the case. But I've talked to game store owners and they say, well, we do that because people come in here and they switch price tags and they
Mhm.
screw over the employees. I mean, I get it, but it's just a bitch. My most recent terrible experience was there's a store I used to frequent here in Mesa. It's called I don't even remember. It's been so long since I've been there now. House of the Used. I used to go there all the time. I used to swear by them. I trade in my games. I get a good deal, and I traded in so many games at this place where I I knew before even going in, I knew what I would get for the game. I could just do the math real quick. And I brought in a stack, and I don't know, it was a new guy or so. They lowballed me by less than half of what they would have usually paid. I don't know if they just changed their trade-in values like the week before or whatever. But no, they lowballed me so hard. It was a stack of 50 games. They wanted to give me like $30. The math came out to $130. I was like, what the hell? And then and the guy's like, so yeah, is that fair enough? I was like, no, I'm sorry, man. It took him an hour to count up all the damn games, but I was like, no, take my stuff. Yeah, I'll be leaving with it. And then as I'm trying to leave, the guy starts raising his price. Okay, how about we give you 40? How about we give you 50? And I was like, no, what the hell? Who the hell is this guy? So I went into Karen mode. I got on Yelp. Yelp is the basically this you rate places, but I got on Yelp. I was like, these sons of bitches. Went on Google. Oh my god, I was so mad, and I typed and yeah, haven't been back to that place since. But yeah, that's my most recent fuck you from a store. But yeah, there are others, I'm sure, but that's the last one that comes to mind.
See, funny that experience because you probably used to buy games from that store as well, correct?
Of course, I mean some of my my best games came out of that store. I
So
see
by
something.
lowballing you $50-$60, they've potentially lost $500 to $1,000 customer over the next 6 to 12 months.
Not to mention, I'm a highly rated commenter on Yelp and Google Plus. Yeah. I get I got a Karen streak in me. I'm an American. What do you want?
No, but that's
I just
very
wanted to
weird
add
that they.
something. Sorry, Tristan, you go.
Yeah, I think there's a small delay, so sometimes we start at the same time. So
Yeah, exactly.
excuse me, but that it's pretty weird that they don't really tell the other employees of like certain customers to like they're loyal here, they come here regularly.
Yeah.
It's weird that they didn't mention it.
Yeah. Thank you for stroking my ego. Yes. Do you know who the fuck I am? Did you know did you know who that was? Just came in and you did what? Oh my god, you're fired. It's the only way.
On the spot.
That's
When
the only way I'll
I
go
worked
back.
in the pawn shop, when regulars would come in or any customer, their file would come up and you would see the prices that they would give us last time. And if you were selling something to us, the first thing we would do is look up the price we gave you last time and give you the same price. And every customer knew that, and it was just just this rule that everyone knew that, I get what I got last time.
Oh man, I'm clipping this shit and I'm posting it. I'm gonna send it to that guy via Instagram. I still follow them. I it's weird. I hate follow and I hate watch a lot of things on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook.
I wanted to go back to the stickers, guys. So I was always a believer of I hate stickers, blah blah blah. But recently I've come to see a reason that is more beneficial to have the stickers on the games at shops than not. Because what some stores now do is they don't put stickers on their games at all. They don't put a price on them at all.
No.
They wait till you bring the game up to the counter and then they look the game up on eBay and that's how they give you the price.
Yeah, that's how you catch shops slipping. Something as most recent as them announcing shutting down the PS3 store. I mean, all those games they had in the shop last week all of a sudden have doubled in price. And so you could go in there, clean up, and walk out. So I see it from from a shopkeeper's perspective, you gotta, I get that, but at the same time, it's from you can't catch them slipping as a buyer. It's like, fuck this place.
What happens if they've got prices on them and then you walk up to the counter and then they say something like, "Oh, these are old prices. I'm going to have to give you new prices." How would you feel as a buyer?
Oh, well, it's 100% bullshit. I believe Andre recently, not recently, about a year ago, he walked into a shop because he was visiting somewhere and he walked into his shop and he brought it up to the counter and then they freaking they eBay checked him at the counter. It's like, what the fuck? That's just wrong. I mean, if you're going to put stickers on them, you got to respect that price. But if not putting on a price, I get it, and that's in the shopkeep's favor. But still, it's also bullshit. It's bullshit both ways.
Look, if you're going to go down that road, just throw your games online. Don't sell them in a shop.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Exactly. Yeah.
If you're that worried about losing $10, then change your prices once a week. Have a section of expensive games that you're constantly updating, but don't let the person coming into your store have a bad experience because you want to make an extra $5 or $10.
And that, Figsy, is customer service. You're exactly right. I should have known who I was walking into that joint.
On the other hand, if you walk into a shop and you see a bunch of really cool games and they're expensive, you're not going to get mad. You're going to be like, damn, they're expensive. But, I can see why. They're all really, really cool games, like blah, blah, blah. I wouldn't get mad at that. I use Seattle as a good example. A lot of the game shops in Seattle, if you go into the front of all the stores, they're full of high-end games, really, really cool games you'd love in your collection. But that's half the reason that people come into the shop. They mark them a little bit above eBay. If they sell, then it's great for the shop. But they're not there to sell. They're sort of just there as
to lure you in.
Yeah, you don't want to go into a game shop and it's full of nothing. Like, I know ideally you want to get deals, but there's nothing worse than going into a store and there's 4 sports games on the shelf because they sell every game for $2 each, and all the cool stuff's gone.
In like any place, if you frequent it enough, you get to know the people, you get the hookup. Me, anytime I go to one of my local shops and I'm grabbing a multiple number of games, I'll say, hey, can you do blank on this? Can you do 20 on these? Can you do 50 on these? And then if you're in there enough and you know the guy and you bullshit with them enough, they'll be like, yeah, sure, it's not a problem. They cut you a discount, but
I'm like, Will, no, put the price up. He's going to talk about it in the video and try and put the price up.
Oh, Jesus. Speaking of which, Tristan, are you familiar with the segment known as Figsy Name That Game?
I'm not actually. No.
Oh,
no.
Well, Figsy sometimes has
Don't know what you're talking about.
creative ways to pronounce the titles of games. So I
Oh
brought
yeah. Oh, I'm familiar with that. Yes. With the San one, Kagura, right?
among
I
others.
also butchered it.
Oh, good. Well, shit, you can play along too. This is this will be today's episode. I only got 2 games today, so it's going to be easy. This is today's episode or I don't know. This is today. Figsy, name that game.
Artanelico Korga Neil of R Seal.
That's fucking pretty good. Jesus.
Yeah.
I usually say AR Tonelico, but when we practice this, when you sneak peek last week when we didn't have it, you pronounced it completely wrong, and today you fucking pronounced it right, so you fucked it up. So congratulations.
He's been
All right.
practicing.
All right. All right. So the last one, just 2 this week. Figsy, name that game.
This is Amari.
That's close enough. Amori, this is just me in another attempt to artificially
You know what you should have
hike
picked?
the price of this game.
There's a game sitting to the right of Amori that I don't know how to pronounce. That should have been the one you picked.
Can you read it? I can read it from here.
Kodo Dama, the 7 mysteries of Fujisawa.
Fujisawa. Yeah. Well, you're pretty close. Yeah. There you go. Yeah. But this is Amori. This is another attempt to hike the price of this game. So thank you for playing, Figsy.
You're welcome, bro.
Sorry, Tristan. He got him right the first try, so he couldn't get you.
Well. No, but I actually had a question for you. How big is your overall collection? So not only PlayStation, but everything.
Overall, I'm I'm comparatively a really small collector. We're just talking PS3. I'm sitting about 250 games. PS4 probably about another 120. And then PS2 only about 60. So this is math 200 50 probably about 500 games. It's not a big collection at all. I used to have a giant collection of PS2 games, and I got halfway through the set and I quit. It was just too much, and I got rid of them all. And I've learned my lesson, and I only bring in stuff that I'll actually want to play, or something I'm going to trade in or out. But no, I don't. Done are the games or the days of me just grabbing everything.
Yeah.
So about 500 games. Thanks. Small collection. What's a curated collection? It makes it sound fancy if I say it that way.
It's still like the ratio of quality versus quantity is much better with you than, for example, with my collection. There's so much crap in there. It's unbelievable.
No, but dude, you gotta respect. I bust Ricky Andre's balls a lot for the insanity of chasing the variants, but you got to respect that. I mean, there are levels of collecting, and dude, you're top tier. You're hardcore. You're fucking nuts. You're like this guy over here. He's
not anymore. I used to be for the PS3, but for other systems, I don't go too crazy. I just get the standard black label copy.
Yeah, but you went there. You grabbed all this shit, and you're still sitting on most of it. Me, I went there. I grabbed a lot of fucking crazy titles, but I didn't hold on to them. So I got to hats off to you guys.
Now, so let's get back to the chat, guys. We've got heaps of messages, and we haven't been reading them. So AJ was saying, I'm going to open mine. I'm sure he's talking about the PS3 titles. On a side note, speaking of adult content, do you guys have any of the 2 PAL exclusive Leisure Suit Larry games on PS4? Digital only in the States.
Oh, really?
I have those games on a list to pick up, but I haven't picked them up as of yet.
I thought the PS3 Leisure Suit Larry was the last game
No, there's 2 on PS4.
Oh, really? What about you, Tristan?
I actually have one of them. I don't know which one, but a French mate of mine helped me track one down. So it was very cheap. It was like €10 for a sealed copy. So
Oh, nice. I'd pick one up for €10, definitely.
What is
yeah,
the age restriction on that game?
Peggy 18
Oh,
for obvious reasons.
So Banfi asked me a question about Steel Rising on the PS5 previously, and I didn't know what it was. Banfi said it's a Souls-like game with steampunk theme. So actually, it sounds really up my alley. So I'm going to write that down and check it out. So that was Steel Rising. If anyone else wants to check that out.
Who else we got in the chat, pigs?
PS Commander was thanking everyone for the warm introductions. No need to thank us, PS Commander. Thank you for putting out all the content that you do for free. Your PS4 collection is amazing, and it's pretty much if you are collecting for the PS4, guys, PS Commander's channel is the one to go to see what a full PS4 set looks like. It's absolutely amazing.
When they announced the PS5 was coming out, didn't they say you could play PS3 games on it as well? I thought they said that. Am I wrong? It was a big hope. The big hope for the PS5 was complete backwards compatibility. They mentioned it, but if only. But no. I would guess when and if they ever said this, I can't say yes or no one way or the other. It was probably in reference to what's the service called? PS Plus. And
the Xbox One.
No, he's talking about PS5.
Yeah, I think it was reference to the digital games that are now available and stuff like that.
Not PS
They
Plus.
worded it very specific, you know.
Yeah, well, with PS Plus, you can play a PS3 game on your PS5, but you can stream it. You can download a PS1, a PS2, and a PS4 game and just play it straight from the console. But with the PS3 games, they got to be streamed played. So, yeah, they didn't. It's too bad though. I mean,
copy paste. That's what they did.
Could you imagine if that system was 100% backwards compatible?
Oh, the dream. The dream for someone like myself. Absolute dream.
One console for the whole collection shit.
So Bulldog was saying, honestly, PS5 Slim would be way better because the first is freaking huge, right?
It is huge. Honestly, I find the thing ugly. I'll be honest with you. I don't care for that. I don't even know what style to call it. It's just I find it unattractive.
It's like having a second desktop computer sitting there.
It's not for me.
I also don't like the white color of it personally.
Those whole fucking panels, that's a whole other story. Because
you can change them though, and I've seen a lot of really cool custom jobs and peripherals that people can buy and edit for their PS5s.
You remember the early
saying the only thing that sucks about the PS5 is Senran Kanga games don't work. That sucks. I didn't know that.
Wait, what? This guy, AJ's fucking pulling my chain here. Senran Kagura games do not work. That's like my favorite goddamn. I don't know. I don't know. I think he's done his homework and he's jerking my chain. I hope so.
Will you guys be doing a Halloween podcast?
Does what date does the 31st fall on?
A Monday for me.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll be doing it a couple days before, but yes. Will I be dressing up? I don't know.
I can dress up for a podcast. Why not?
Well, yeah, I'll put on a suit and tie, but dressing up in a costume, I feel silly. I've always felt silly dressing up in a costume, even as a child.
I've got an outfit similar to what I'm wearing today. I've got a full Spider-Man outfit I can wear.
I'm holding you to it. You will be wearing that Spider-Man outfit on.
I wore it for a stream once. I can't remember what the theme was, but it was like full head to toe Spider-Man thing. It was hot.
Hot, like temperature hot, or hot like,
Yeah.
ooh, I'm hot.
I mean, maybe a bit of both for you.
Oh, Figsy.
We have to make the podcast R-rated theme. At least this goes with the sponsor of today's.
Yes, and don't forget. Oh, hold on, one more time, because the contract for the best in new and used adult toys, Chester's Adult Emporium, buy, sell, trade. All right. We got our $20 in store credit is secure, Figsy.
We grew up with TV ads, and you guys can't handle a 5 to 15 second ad. I know, and I grew up with TV ads. I don't watch TV anymore because of ads.
The kids today are spoiled. What can we tell you, man?
South Africa must have been Marky. Stay awesome, guys. Mark's always staying awesome.
Is that your connection in South Africa, Tristan?
It was my old connection. My new connection is Jan. So shout out to Jan if you're watching today. TJ said, I want to know Tristan's rare games in his collection. Interesting to hear what is rare over there. And that is a good question. So Tristan, let us know, or even better, if you're in your game room, can you show us some of your rare titles?
I can pick some if you excuse me for a couple minutes. But is it like just games or like items? Because there's like a distinct difference between them. In my
opinion, the answer is entirely up to you.
Yeah, bring over what you think is cool.
Okay. Yeah, excuse me for 2 minutes.
No, that's fine. Because when he gets back, I gotta go potty again. I broke the seal, so I apologize.
AJ was saying the PS3 scene has been rough this year, between Lost in the Rain, reprints, and apparently a fake NBA Elite. Yeah, so just on that NBA Elite, is it still on eBay? It was on eBay during the week.
No, last I read on Facebook, where all the best and most current information comes from, Figsy, it is no longer on eBay.
Okay, so there was a copy of NBA Elite on eBay, case only, no disc. However, the case was a reprint. Like someone printed it off their computer. So essentially, you were buying
bullshit.
What someone printed off the internet for like thousands of dollars, and he was selling it as a legitimate copy.
It's not the first time this piece of turd has made its appearance on eBay either. I believe the guy's out of Spain as well. What the hell's up with Spain? Spaniards. I thought the Netherlands was bad.
Well, with the steelbook reprints and these days with 3D printers and the quality of printers that people can buy for home use, you can understand why they're trying to make money off a market that's so expensive.
No, I told my friend who does reprints, well, not reproductions, I should say. He does reproductions, and like I've talked to him many times before, he completely and upfront about it. I told him he should come on. He's like, yeah, I'll only be on to plug my reproductions, and I'll bounce out. I told him, yeah, you can come on the show for $50 then, you fucking dickhead. Clayton Brown, if you're listening.
Welcome back, Tristan.
Yeah, thank you. First of all, I wanted to talk about something different. It's like a mini subset that I don't think many people know about, and it's the Peggyless subset. So they are PAL releases without a Peggy logo, and some say not for resale, like this one. So it's like from a collector's edition or a pack or something like that. But also, for example, this one, Crash Time 5, it doesn't have a Peggy logo, but it's just a normal vanilla release.
Okay, so, hold on a minute.
But it's got the logo on the back, though.
Does the other one have the logo on the back?
No, this one doesn't. No.
Oh, shit.
That's a good observation, by the way. I didn't even notice this one has a Peggy on the back. But it doesn't on the front. So I don't know how this came to be. but it did. And there's also the Russian Fallout 3 that also, and I'm expecting 3 more to still receive in the subset. So that's
What are the other
yeah.
ones?
Dragon Ball. Oh, I'm terrible with names. One of the Dragon Ball games.
Raging Blast.
Yeah,
Blast.
Raging Blast. Raging Blast. That's it. MotoGP 08 from Russia and Bionic Commando from Russia as well. So
I was going to ask, are they Russian? Because I was familiar with a couple of Russian covers that are PAL but don't have any ratings on the front.
Now, there's
yeah,
a PAL.
so
Go ahead.
So 3 are Russian. So the Fallout, the MotoGP, and the Bionic Commando, and the rest are all just normal PAL releases.
I.e. printed in Austria, but released throughout random different European countries.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I didn't think it was known, so I thought just to show it.
I'll be honest, I haven't even seen them before, so that's news to me, which is pretty crazy.
Oh, okay, so it served the purpose, right? So,
yeah, we're breaking new ground here on the PlayStation Collectors Podcast. That's right. Yeah, that's an actually. There's a PAL set I chased too. Shit, let's go.
So I've just quickly gotten a couple of games and variants that I think are rare. So starting off with the vanilla Aliens Colonial Marines. Yep. If I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, Fixie, this was only released in New Zealand.
Yep,
I think
correct.
so.
Took me a very long time to find.
Even in New Zealand, it's pretty like I was browsing some websites, and like even in New Zealand, I had to look for like 2 months until one popped up. So
the problem with that is a lot of resellers are lazy and use stock photos. And unfortunately, a lot of resellers just put up that game, but then you get the copy and it's got all the DLC on it. So the reseller's like, I've given you a better version. You can't complain.
And we collectors are like, no, that's not the better version. Next, we have the Polish Crash Time 4 variant.
Ooh,
at first, when I first saw this, me and my friends we were actually like kind of convinced this was fake because it looks like it, but the manual has the same print, so it is actually confirmed to be legit. There's the back.
For that one. Is there a Polish 5?
Not that I know of, and I've looked a bit, but I've not found one yet. So there might be, but we just don't know yet. It's not confirmed, neither denied. So yeah.
So if anyone's watching from Poland and they have a Crash Time 5, please let us know if you've got a cover variant or not.
Yeah, I would gladly know that. Yeah, I would want to know that. And then we have, I think I already showed you that this one, Fixie, it's the Black Label prototype. And it's actually pretty interesting because yesterday I discovered an Italian one, like with the Italian backside, and also a Black Label.
Interesting.
So yeah, I was looking for this, like pretty funny story actually. I saw the spine of this when I was browsing some Russian sites, and I like just a quick photo on like a huge, it wasn't like a specific ad. It was like a ad with like multiple games and stuff like that. And I just saw the spine sticking out, with this and with prototype, and there wasn't a 2 on the spine. So I was like, is this a Black Label prototype? And I got into contact with Pavel, and we talked a bit, and he wanted to ask for a picture from the seller, but it was already sold. So we didn't know if, because sometimes if you think you found a Black Label, it's just like a custom cover, you know. So
yeah, or an EB Games printed cover. Then that's the
yeah,
spine. I've seen that before.
exactly. So we weren't sure if it was actually real, but nonetheless, we still went on to hunt for it, and it actually took quite a long time. I was looking, I think, once a day for maybe 2 months until one eventually popped up, and Pavel was like, "I have a surprise for you," and I was like, "Huh?
Nice.
Is it a nice surprise or not?" And then he sent a photo of it, and I was, well, it was
I said,
yeah,
actually, you bring up Pavel. I was chatting to him this week, and I forgot to mention something to you. So, Pavel wants one of the South African SingStar games, and so I was going to throw a copy in as part of the trade, and he said that you had some things to cover for him, so you were going to cover that one for him.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I'm sure it wouldn't
Okay,
have been a problem, but I'm like, oh, I better bring that up now that I mention it.
yeah. Otherwise, you might forget. Yeah. No, that's not a problem, of course. Yeah.
And if Jan's watching, like, that's what I love about this community. Like, I'm not making money on this deal. Tristan won't be making money. Jan's not making money. Pavel won't be making money, but we're sending a game from one side of the world to another side of the world, from one collector to another. And, you know, logistically, it's like actually amazing what we're doing these days with everything that's going on in the world. So, like, this is what I love about the collecting community.
Yeah, me too. Like, you know, growing your collection, but also getting into contact with and making new friends, in essence.
Yeah, 100%.
I think it's part of the fun as well. Yeah. And continuing on, I will leave what I consider to be my rarest item in my collection. I will leave that for last. But now we
Suspense.
get on. Yeah, the last for the best.
This looks like a nice
This pack.
French pack.
Yeah, it's a French pack, and the reason I regard this as the rarest pack I own is just like a slipcover with two games sliding out. Is because even my French friends, they had not seen this at all, and I know how hardcore some of them can be with packs and editions and stuff like that. So it sadly isn't in the best condition, but with stuff like this, you know, you can only see it once and never again. So I was just like, okay, let's just
I like that. It's like a quadruple pack.
yeah. Yeah, now that you mention it, yeah, it's like a trilogy and or a trilogy and an essentials. But it's a really weird pack, I think, because it's like essentials printed on the cover, you know. It's
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, but that's just coming down to the people that work for the printing companies don't care the difference between the essentials and the black label. Would have looked up the game, and that would have been the first thing they found and printed on the cover.
Well, it could be that, but it could also be just excessive copies. Just, you know, the black labels are not really produced anymore, but the essentials are. So let's just put in the essentials.
Yeah, but regardless, even if they did, they still could have put the black label on the front cover and sold it as the essentials. As I know, many like Lego packs have come with, you know, the essential games. Many North American 2K packs, you know, they're black label on the cover, but inside it's the greatest hits.
So. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So yeah, I would also have preferred the black label on the cover and inside, but it is what it is. It is what it is. So for last, but definitely not least, it's not a game. It's an item, and there is very limited info on this that I know. But it's the PS3 wood pack, and it doesn't contain anything. Wait, let me hold it better for the camera.
Give us a full screen on that, would you, Fixie?
Artwork, and it's completely of wood with like yeah, just a print on the front and on the back. And with the limited knowledge that I have on this, it's made by Key Solutions, as you can see right there. I don't know if it's, yeah. And what I know about it is that Key Solutions was a French company that specialized in exotic DVD cases. So they made, like, for special edition movies and stuff like that, they made, for example, wooden cases and wooden editions, so to call it. They went out of business, I think, in 2010, something around that. So what I think happened is that Sony got into contact to make like a promo item or something like that for the PlayStation 3, and it never made it past like a couple prototypes. So I
Jesus.
don't know if this is like
What?
literally the only one in existence, or if it's like
Where did you get
just.
it?
I traded with a friend of mine, a Dutch friend of mine actually, and I
How was
asked him.
the kidney operation?
No, I actually traded for Wolfenstein USK 18. So
Okay, the German band version.
yeah,
Just
so it
on
was
the
like,
front case, I would assume it would be a early release because it looks like the
yeah,
red spine.
like this the normal spine, yeah. But it's also got you know my fascination with black labels. So this is kind of like both in one. So
maybe a 2009, 2010 release then.
yeah, I think it must be right around 2009 that this was produced. I think, because I'm not sure if Sony ever came about with this type of format before that.
It's
So
absolutely beautiful. Thanks for showing us.
Yeah, that shit's rad, man. Fuck.
Thank you for the compliments.
I don't know if you've got it, but there's a collector's edition that's actually made out of wood. It's the Far Cry 2 collector's edition for PS3. It's one of my favorite because it's made out of wood and it's awesome.
I have to check that. Yeah, I don't actually own it, so yet.
The only thing I got made out of wood is the damn shells. My shit stands out. But then again, that's probably fiberboard.
It is a seal copy,
yeah, probably.
But it is made out of wood, so it is really cool.
Oh, I didn't know it. I didn't actually know it was really made out of wood. So okay, that's pretty cool.
It's hard to tell. Well, like the box is never going to lose its shape because it's wood.
Yeah.
All right, on this note, I'm gonna bow out real quick for my usual will break. So I'll be right.
It's just one of those unique Far Cry packs. It's really cool. It's probably my favorite Far Cry pack that I own in my collection.
Really? You prefer it to the Ruby edition and the Wish You Were Here?
I do, and the one that I would compare it with would be the Insane Edition, because my Insane Edition has the bobblehead at the front. It's never actually been cracked. So I really love that as well.
yeah, I can see that. Yeah. I was actually still looking for the Far Cry packs this week, but the one that was on eBay, it's not in the best condition. So
I noticed that. I was gonna say, like, just wait on that one because they pop up, and I personally think that one's too expensive.
Yeah, I think too. I'm not afraid to pay right around that amount, but then it has to be in like very good condition. It doesn't have to be mint or anything or sealed, but very good condition.
Box,
Yeah. Close to perfect box. Yeah.
So Hugo was saying hello, Tristan from Brussels.
Oh, hello, Hugo. Yeah. He's a very good friend of mine. We actually talk a lot via Messenger. So
nice.
AJ
was saying, I'd love to have the Saints Row 4 Super Dangerous Wob edition on PS3. Well, funny you say that, AJ, because I'm actually looking at selling mine in the future. So feel free to reach out for me and we can work some things out. I haven't listed it for sale. It's still in the collection, but Tristan will actually know because he's the only person I've actually shown it to and offered it to for sale. So if you are really interested in it, AJ, I'd be willing to sell mine.
I think it's pretty funny actually how Australia got so many editions because like the population, it's not that much more than, as to say, for example, the Netherlands. It's like 8 million difference in people, I think, right around that.
I know what we sort of have our own game market over here. In terms of like America will have their retailers. I know the UK do. But from my experience of Europe, you got very similar retailers to the UK, like CEX or different things like that. Maybe GameStop. Or over here, the retailers have their own editions. So like EB Games will get the license to do a game, but then JB Hi-Fi will get the license to make their own edition. And then these days, Amazon have got a license. In the PS3 era, we had Game Traders. They could do their own thing. You've got Harvey Norman. You had places like Wouse out and Sign. There's so many different choices. And because of that, so many games got different releases, in particular the Ubisoft games and Far Cry. And that's why you see so many Far Cry packs in Australia.
Yeah, it's crazy. And like even Saints Row, like you guys got like 3 editions exclusively to Australia. Like the Smooth
And then there was
Criminal
an
you got.
Xbox 360 edition exclusive to Australia as well. It's crazy.
So like it's only on the Xbox 360. It's not on any other platform.
If you do want to check it out, me and one of my friends, Brady, made a Saints Row Collector's Edition video on my YouTube channel about 2 years ago. I've since added like 2 more, but I think we spoke about and shown Collector's Editions for Saints Row for like 20 minutes. So there's so many of them.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. And the ones from Australia are so, I don't know why, but they are so rare. I've been looking for them for a long time. Like since I've known they exist, I've been looking for them, but nothing pops up, nothing. So
you guys will see it soon, but I'm actually selling one of my Saints Row Collector's Editions to Tristan. It's probably arguably the rarest one, the pizza box. So hopefully it arrives nice and safe in the Netherlands. That'll be pretty exciting. I'll just bring that out to show people because it's really cool.
it is really cool. It is really cool.
So Tristan, which one game has the most variants, would you say?
Oh yeah, there's the pizza box. Yeah. That's really, really cool. Can't wait to receive it finally.
It'll be the slowest pizza delivery you've ever got.
Yeah, it will be cold when it arrives here. No, but to answer your question, Will, that's a very easy question to answer. It's Grid 2.
Which game?
It's Grid 2.
Oh, Grid 2.
It's got like, I think with the vanilla copy, it's got 9 or 10 editions. So
yeah, that was my answer. Easily, it's Grid 2. Always. For the
You have 2 Australian. You have 2 Australian variants. You have 2 UK variants. Then
Russia
you have
has their variants. Spain
Russia has one. Yeah, Spain has the premium edition. Then you have the vanilla. Then you have the limited, and then you have the Buck Mono, which is like there is only 1 edition of.
Yeah, if you really want to get into it, like Saints Row, there's 1 in the world. It comes with a car.
yeah, exactly. Or GTA, there was also like a Grand Theft Auto when GTA 5 released. There was also like you could win a Banshee. So, and I don't know exactly the status of that right now.
Crazy.
But yeah, it's crazy. I think rich GTA collectors will be paying top dollar for that.
We've got a few more people in here. So, Dr. Game Rally, what's up? And we've got Langers in here as well. Welcome, guys.
Hello.
Hey, Turner. Turner was saying I didn't factor in your Nintendo games. I think that's talking about the competition over on my Discord channel for the to win a game for 3,000 subscribers. So Silverman was saying, is it easy to find PS Vita games in your country? For example, in the wild or local shop? So let's start with Tristan on this one.
Well, I'm probably not the right person to ask that question because I'm not into the Vita that much. But I can say that there is a retailer or like an e-tailer over here which does have some very good deals from time to time. There's an Austrian friend of mine. Shout out to Dennis. He I think he was also part of the PS3 games to
Yeah,
have in
Dennis
our
has been on
collection.
the channel before.
Yeah, and he is currently big into the Vita, and he gave me some tips for some nice pickups to eventually like trade or just to resell. And it's the site is called Netgame, so like NED from Nederland, and
Yeah.
then game, and they have pretty good deals from time to time, I must say. So yeah.
How about you, Will? What are Vita
s-
games like over in
I know
Arizona?
I know fuck all about video games. Yeah, I see them here and there, but yeah, again, I'm the wrong person to ask. I don't I don't even own a one.
I own one.
You own one. Vita, yeah. Well, from what I understand, it's expensive. It's the de jour game to or the de jour console handheld to collect for, but everything on it's gone through the roof. But I really don't know anything about them. I'm sorry. We need to get a Vita expert on here.
I'm sure we'll be getting some in the future. I've got some lined up. For me, I haven't seen a Vita game in the wild for at least 12 months. I have got contacts that I can get Vita games off, but in terms of local shops or finding them in the wild, I do not see Vita stuff anymore.
Well, if that's the question, I see about 6 or 12 to any video game shop I walk into. But
Wow.
that's about it. Yeah, 6 or 12.
And they're all like FIFAs or rugby
Yeah,
games.
well, they're probably crap. I don't know. I don't know what the creme of the crop is. If there was one, I was gonna chase this. Yeah, anyway.
Bulldog, we're saying the video game market in Eastern Europe is really horrible because everything is imported from the UK. When I went to Belgium, the selection was big and the games were stupid cheap. I noticed that when I went holidaying in Malta, all the games were brand new sealed and they're all really expensive and they're all imported from the UK. So they could charge these prices because they had new stock and there was no other options available. In the entire country of Malta, when I was there was one used game shop. So I asked my friend Stefan and other collectors, where do you buy used video games? And it was Facebook, and that was it.
Is this guy talking about Vita in particular or just video games all around?
We're just talking about video games now. Vita was just the question before.
Well, it's actually funny because over here, like the Dutch second-hand site, it's called like Marktplaats. I don't actually use it that often anymore because too many people know about it. That you can just buy games cheap and sell them for more. So the competition is just way too and the profit rates are not up to the time that you put into it anymore. So I actually got in. I was pretty lucky with my timing when I started PS3 because it was like in the COVID times, like in the beginning of COVID. So like the second-hand market was still like €5 or something like that. But you could, if you know where to sell it to, then you could just ask the crazy COVID prices. So you could buy in very cheap and sell in very expensive. So
The COVID prices. Oh, how I miss the COVID prices.
I miss the prior to COVID prices, the good old days. We got a few more people in here. We got Push Skill Productions. Good morning, Christian. How you
What's
doing
up, Push
today?
Hey, Chris.
Rasmus says, "Hey guys, great to see Tristan on the podcast. Hey Ras, how you doing?"
Rasmus.
Great to see you with us, Rasmus.
AJ was saying, once I bought a PS3 from a used store and had to return it because it scratched my disc. It took two more took 3 more PS3s to find a working one. That's interesting. A PS3 that scratched a disc. That does not sound good.
I know the PS2 Slim had that issue where a little piece of wire, the wire tape, the little thin strips of wires. Anyway, it sticks up, and when this spins, it scratches it. But I've never heard of it happen to a PS3. Shit, that sucks.
No, I didn't know it was actually possible with like Blu-rays to get scratched in the console. I've never heard about it.
I tell you, well, some people out here find a way.
I've seen people turn their console sideways when it's on, and then the disc come out. It doesn't look scratched. It almost looks like the Xbox discs after you move them, like that ring that you get around them. So it'll be like a perfect scratch, but it happens. Chaos is saying last year I went to a GameStop store and there was a long line and there was 2 employees, but only one employee is checking customers out and the other was processing games. And that's happened to me before at EB Games. Like, the feeling, there'll be a long line. Someone will be at the back, someone will be sitting there doing nothing, and one person's serving, and it's just like, come on, just get through the line. But like, that's their business model.
Yeah, that's just bad customer service again at that shop. I don't know. Luckily, there's never a line in my GameStop. I've been lucky.
Fast Class said, my favorite bit right here. Welcome, Fast Class. Hope you're enjoying the podcast.
Was he talking about Figsy named that game? I hope he was.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Who's next?
So Chaos is telling us a story, continued on from the GameStop story. He said, the game I went to buy, they said that they could not sell it because it was not released. So I went full Karen mode because I'd been waiting for 30 minutes in line and asked if they couldn't sell it to me, then why is it on the shelf? So I didn't buy anything. I went back for my pre-order for Dying Light 2, but they did not have the game, so I cancelled my order. I went to Walmart to get the game. Have not been to GameStop since. That's
wow.
I've heard so many experiences like that from GameStop in particular. There's actually a full YouTube genre of ex-GameStop employees talking about horror stories from working at GameStop. It is really entertaining, these videos, so I highly recommend checking some of them out.
I've seen that guy. He just sits there and bitches about GameStop and how much he used to suck.
Multiple.
Oh Jesus.
Dr. Game Rally asks, what do you guys think of collecting limited edition PS4 consoles?
I'm here for it.
So this is an interesting question for me and Tristan in particular, because me and Tristan both collect limited edition PS3 consoles.
PS4 console, the Spider-Man edition that came out at Walmart when the PS4 was still young. That's my grail right there. But of course, you got the Thief's End. What other ones are there? Of course,
there's at least
the Anniversary.
There's so many. Death Stranding.
The Metal Gear.
The Anniversary. Yeah, fucking Death Stranding. Yeah. If I had the time and the space, I'd love to get them all. But yeah, I'm here for it.
But Tristan, which consoles have you got on PS3 that are limited edition? Because I know you've got some really cool ones.
Well, it depends on how you define limited edition, because most of the consoles I have are just normal. Like the console itself is normal, but the outer box, it's like a bundle. So with a game.
Yeah, I would call that a limited edition console. Personally.
Yeah, me too. But I can see why some people would just call it like a bundle or a set. But I have. The one that I'm most proud of are both the Quest for Booty, the Ratchet & Clank consoles. So the old style and the new style.
Amazing.
Those are pretty special, I think. From what I know, they're also only released in the Netherlands and maybe Belgium, but I'm not too sure about that. So take that with a grain of salt. The Resistance console, the Trilogy console, that's really cool. Wipeout. I think is also a really nice one. Yeah, and for the rest, they are not really very special. Just additions. I'm also getting the GTA 4 console pack from.
Oh,
Yeah, that one. I think I needed to have it. So
so that one's special because it actually has an outer box. So
yeah.
it has a regular PS4 box, and then the GTA 4 is on the outer box. So I've got the Killzone 2 one, and it's
Yeah.
the same.
Yeah, the orange one, the Killzone 2, the orange box, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So I saw that for without the console, but the box was in mint condition from the ad. It was 30 euros. So I was just like, okay, I will grab that one for sure.
Are all your consoles PAL or any Japanese?
No, all my consoles are PAL. Yeah. I was just thinking. One time I owned the American Black, like the old PS3. Over here we got the chrome one, like the chrome accents.
Yeah.
But in America there was one with the black.
Yeah, the 20 gig.
I think.
The B.
But yeah, exactly. But I sold that one, so I don't have it anymore. So.
Have you seen the matte black Everybody's Golf 5 PS3 console? It was only released in Asia.
I don't think I have actually. No.
I'll send you a photo after, but it's matte black. It looks really cool. It's the only one that's matte black.
Is it a fat or is it a?
It's a fat. It's the original one. Yeah.
Okay, and it's like it's not like the gunmetal Metal Gear PS3.
No, it's completely matte black. It looks really cool. It's a little bit different.
Okay.
That's my favorite, the MGS metal gunmetal gray. Mm.
Yeah, that one is very, very pretty. Yeah, I agree. No, but for PS4, I'm running out of room in my game room, so yeah, I don't think I will get that. Will get limited edition PS4 consoles myself.
At least for now.
Yeah, at least for now, until I have like a whole cargo plane of room available.
Shit.
When they start showing up for $30 on the marketplace, I'm sure you're going to be like, I can fit that in the corner.
What time is it? Oh my God, Figsy, it's getting late.
Yeah, right. We're an hour and 52 minutes in. If you want to call it, we can call it a night, Will. We know it's late over there.
I hope you don't mind, Tristan. It was lovely having you on.
Oh no, I'm the guest. You are the host, so you decide.
Yeah, again, it was a real pleasure to have you on, Tristan. And if you guys already haven't, check out Tristan's Instagram, PlayStation.Central. And again, thanks for coming on. We hope to get you on in the future. I know I've done plenty of trades with you. I've actually got a trade that we're working on at the moment. So we'll hopefully get that done in the next couple of months.
Yeah, we'll see how that turns out. But it was an honor to be on here, and excuse the technical difficulties in the beginning. I will be sure to get that fixed for next time. So.
Oh yeah, and there will be a next time. Don't you worry about that. Tristan, good night. Figsy, good night. Everybody in the chat. Sorry if we didn't get to your questions, but good night.
Peace, everyone.
Love you all.